dynamic duo is back. Now we ask the question to Stephen A. Smith, or Naismith, where will OKC finish in the West?
Hard to say at this particular moment in time, but if I had to venture to guess, I'd say Oklahoma City would finish as one of the top 5 seeds in the Western Conference.
5.
I would say
long way to go.
I'd say right around 5. It's a little long way to go, but I'm confident that they'll be able to pull it off. When the Oklahoma City Thunder are fully healthy, they are one of the top 4 teams in the NBA.
No doubt.
Kevin Durant is a superstar. Russell Westbrook is a superstar talent. Serge Ibaka is no scrub, and because of the absence of Westbrook, along with Kevin Durant, the Jeremy Lambs of the world, along with the Reggie Jacksons coming off the bench, having to play pivotal roles in the earlier part of the season, I think helped them. They played effectively off the bench yesterday afternoon, combined for 21 points. I think it was like on 12 or 21 shooting, combined for 30 points, something along those lines. Kevin Durant was a little bit rusty, but still, rusty and all, playing just 30 minutes. Still dropped 27. Still shot 50% from the field. Still hit 3 of his 8 3-point shots. And Russell Westbrook, he's not shooting 6 for 20 on most nights.
No.
I mean, when you're driving into the lane and you have this emerging superstar in Anthony Davis to deal with, you're going to have a problem. You're driving into the lane. This brother's 6'10", got a long wingspan, can handle the ball, can take it from the perimeter, can drive to the basket, can finish stuff on a break. Anthony Davis right now is averaging 25 and 11. With 3 blocks a game and 2 steals. This dude is legit. Plain and simple. And when you've got guys like him to deal with when you're driving into the lane, this is the reason why Russell Westbrook had 6 of his shots blocked. That does not happen to Russell Westbrook very often. It happened last night. Mere aberration, mere bag of shells, nothing to be alarmed about. But when you look at the Western Conference, there's obviously a lot of teams to think about. San Antonio, Dallas is coming. The Clippers are there. Memphis, okay? And then, of course, there are teams like Phoenix and Portland and Houston that you can't ignore, so we understand that. But Oklahoma City is going to pass at least half of those teams. I think they'll finish in the top 5. They'll end up in the first round as a 5th or 4th seed. And unfortunately, a 5th or 4th seed, and unfortunately, I feel sorry for whoever the 4th seed is because they ain't beating Oklahoma City in the first round.
Right now, I could see the Oklahoma City Thunder becoming the scariest 8th seed in the history of the NBA. They got a long ways to go. Again, it was just one game last night. I thought Kevin Durant was really, really good. Rust or no rust, I thought he was really good. Russell did not have a good game, and you made a good point because he got 6 of his shots blocked, but he also had 7 turnovers to go with 7 assists. That won't cut it. But what really won't cut it for the Oklahoma City Thunder, what has been their calling card? What have they hung their hat on over the last 3 years? Their defense. They gave up 40 points in the second quarter last night. 40 in the second. Do the math on that. That's a lot of points. 69 at halftime. That's not who they are.
That won't last.
Okay. Well, Kevin and Russell are going to have to get back into the defensive mode because when you come out early after injuries, you're just thinking about your offense first. You know, can I get back in the flow of this? And again, they're going to have to find their way with all the other starters who have been starting, you know, because they're going to have to mix and match with other players. If they figure it out defensively with Serge Ibaka, there's still, Stephen A., remember, last year, the Dallas Mavericks were the 8th seed. They were a dangerous 8th seed because they gave San Antonio the best series of anybody, including the Miami Heat.
And they still hang their hat on that, too.
They do. They do. Okay, so last year, Dallas made the 8th seed at 49 and 33. Think about that, 49 and 33. So now, to get to 49 and 33, the Thunder would have to go 44 and 20 the rest of the way.
I think that's
capable?
very
That's fair.
reasonable.
It's feasible. It's feasible.
Very reasonable.
I'm just talking about the 8th seed now.
Right.
But what makes it a little less feasible is that we're talking about in New Orleans. You're talking about the emerging superstar.
Okay.
We've been talking about DeMarcus Cousins in Sacramento, emerging, at least star. I mean, I might not go to superstar, but star. Phoenix, all of a sudden with Isaiah Thomas and Little Bledsoe and Dragic, they're a factor here, right? Those are 3 teams that did not make the playoffs last year. You have to deal with those teams on a nightly basis.
Yeah, but my argument to you would be on several levels. Number one, so do the rest of the teams in the West.
Okay.
They got to deal with those 3 teams too. Number 2, you brought up New Orleans. They're just 8-8. You brought up Sacramento. They're just 9-9.
Okay, but that's good. Those are good records.
But what I'm saying
they're
to you,
legit.
What I'm saying to you is that they're coming.
Okay.
But this is Oklahoma City we're talking about, who's already there. Now, if Kevin Durant is gone and Russell Westbrook is gone, then it's an entirely different conversation. But Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, 26 years old. Excuse me, they've been here before. And they know what they're doing. And Kevin Durant, Rusty, straight off the streets with a boot on, dropped 27.
In 30 minutes.
In 30 minutes. Yeah. I mean, I am not concerned in the slightest about Oklahoma City.
And unless he has other issues with his foot.
No.
That's a whole nother issue.
Always throw out health. Of course, if health issues come into the fray, then obviously, that's a caveat you got to throw in there, and it modifies any position. But assuming they are healthy, I'm not concerned about Oklahoma City in the slightest. There is no way. I'm trying to tell you, first of all, New Orleans, Sacramento, Phoenix are not going to the playoffs ahead of Oklahoma City. Let me add this to the equation. I'm telling you right now, Houston probably won't either. Portland probably won't either. I'm talking about ahead of Oklahoma City. I'm not saying
they're going to pass all those teams.
I'm saying to you, don't you worry about those teams being ahead of Oklahoma City.
Then you know what you're going to have to win? You're probably going to have to win 55 games to do what you're talking about.
Wow.
So now you're really going to have to go some.
Also keep in mind that seedings, it's not just about the teams 1 through 8. It's about who wins your division, too. And so when you look at Oklahoma City's division, all they really have to concern themselves with is Portland. Portland's at 14-4.
Okay.
That's it. You ain't got to worry about
Denver.
Denver.
Care about division?
No. What I'm saying is, I'm talking about because that dictates seeding to some degree. So what I'm saying to you is that Denver, Utah, Minnesota don't even count to me.
No,
it's about Portland. And do I believe that right now at 5-13, essentially 9 games back, could they catch Portland? Yes, I do.